Hey y'all, Kelly Whitney here with another thing older black women should tell younger black women, but don't. Girls, don't play yourself. It's a balmy 75 degrees here in Chicago today. A wonderful springtime afternoon. So me, naturally, I was trying on some things that I haven't worn yet. This cape, for instance. Excellent idea. Miserable execution. She's giving cheap. Like, we tried and failed. So she's going into the giveaway pile. That's not the lesson for today, girls. When I say don't play yourself, I'm thinking specifically in connection with other people. Men, friends, we'll leave family out of it, but family, they can be insidious in this regard as well. Gaslighting, expecting you to just take abuse and take... What the fuck was that? At the end of the day, when I say don't play yourself, I mean two very specific things. One, believe people the first time. And two, don't waste too much time once they show you who they are. People will always tell on themselves. You never know at first that someone is approaching you with bad intentions, right? People are charming, they're nice, they're funny. I certainly am all those things. And this is why I don't eat candy anymore. It's all about the gummy supplements. You see what I'm saying? Excellent little hack I'd like to share with you girls who like candy but trying to get over the bad habits and get into some good for you activities. This is excellent in that regard. This is an elderberry immune support supplement in berry flavor. This is what she looks like. I'm not telling you to go out and get these. I'm just explaining to you what I'm taking. They're good. Anyhow, no one who's bad ever comes to you with their true face, They come to you with smiles. They come to you with charm. They come to you being nice, suggestions, helpful, all that. But slowly, because people aren't that clever, they always reveal themselves. Over time, the cracks begin to appear. But usually, by the time they start to appear, we've already been conditioned to accept certain types of unacceptable behavior. That's where believe them the first time comes in, because people are always going to show you who they are. They're going to reveal their impatience, reveal their lack of care, reveal how little they really think of your desire to move ahead, to work hard, and they're going to do things to try to stop you from doing things that are good for you, but might be better for them. You see what I'm saying? For instance, a man who doesn't mean you any good might tell you, stop working so hard. That promotion doesn't matter that much because when we marry, you're not going to have to work anyway. I'm sure I don't need to tell you how many women have ended up with their asses in a sling because some man cut off access to how they make their money. Okay? The main problem is when we fall into these little traps that people set for us, we don't want to accept the truth that's right in front of our faces. But we have to, because if you don't, that's where the second thing comes in. You waste too much time on foolishness. When you don't accept people for who they are, and when they show you who they are the first time, and you spend a lot of your time subsequently trying to make a faulty relationship work, you end up on the ropes. You end up with your feelings hurt, and time goes by, months, even God forbid, years will go by, and all that time they're chipping away at your self-esteem. They're causing you or orchestrating it so that you deliberately miss out on opportunities. All manner of mayhem could ensue because you didn't believe somebody when they showed you who they were the first time, and you spent too much time after the reveal trying to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse. I'm not saying these things to you because I want you to be alone. That's not what this is about. There are a lot of wonderful people out there with whom you can build your life. Wonderful friends, I have several. Wonderful men, I have encountered a few in my time. Enough to say there are some good ones out there. But you're not going to find those people if you waste your time on bums. You see what I'm saying? So you have to learn to identify the lemons quickly and stop trying to use the lemons to make lemonade. No, okay? Accept people for who they are. If you find yourself fooled on the back end of someone's very charming behavior, all of a sudden you realize that ever since you started fooling with this person, your life has been chaotic, you've been unhappy, you've been uncertain, your motivation is drifting away, you don't have the gumption anymore to go to the gym, you're not making as big of an effort on your job, you're not as engaged as you once were in your studies. That's not somebody you need to be around. Get away from them. It doesn't matter how charming they may appear. If their presence brings you nothing but pain, strife, struggle, aggravation, chaos, disruption, they're not good for you. Do yourself a favor, cut it out sooner rather than later, and go on to glory. Because it's always better to be alone than to be in bad company. And I think older Black women don't often tell younger Black women that they need to stop letting people play with them, because we've let people play with us. We may still be letting people play with us. We may still be in relationships for years where men are gaslighting us into doing just enough to fund and secure their peace. Meanwhile, we're fat, up, aggravated, and bitter. And that's all too common among older Black women. We have not cut the ties that bind us. And that's always a mistake. I've never, in almost 50 years of living, seen that not be a mistake. I have never, I'm gonna say that again, in almost 50 years of living, cut someone off and then regretted it. Because if somebody did some hoe shit to you enough that you felt the need to cut them out of your life, baby, you probably should have done it a long time ago. So don't feel bad about it. That ends my TED Talk. You know, these weren't bad, but I've already had my dose for the day. There's always tomorrow.